How you doing, guys? This is your boy MarksmaN. Today we're doing something totally different. I'm gonna make a power smoothie for these summer days that we've got, where we do barbecues, we eat a lot of junk, you know what I mean, and we need to up our energy. So what I'm gonna show you today is just something really basic that you can do, and it's just gonna consist of a whole load of fruits and a few veggies here and there. Well, probably just one veg, but the most important thing is the minerals that we add to it and the supplements, and this is gonna give you the boost, basically, you know what I mean. All those minerals that you're missing from out of your body, you can top them back up and boost yourself back up with a simple smoothie. So I've already started chopping up what we've got in here. We've got banana and apple. So what I'm going to start doing, I've got some frozen berries in the freezer. I'm going to start adding them to it. So let's go. So first of all, got some frozen strawberries, some raspberries, frozen raspberries, and some frozen blueberries. I usually put blackberries, but I haven't got none today, so we'll just use what we've got. This is you can just make it your own, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be exactly the way I'm doing it. You can actually make it your own, but this is literally 100% alkaline. It's normal bananas. The best bananas that you could get is probably the small burro bananas, where you can get from, most of the African and Asian shops, if you've got one in your area. But I've just used a normal banana, just a basic banana like that, and just broke it up and put it into there. And I've just used a normal apple and just chopped that up, took out the seeds and placed it in there. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna add just a handful of blueberries. We'll just put the blueberries in like so. Probably just a few more, and then I'm gonna add some raspberries, frozen raspberries. Like what you do, you buy these from the supermarket and then just put them straight into the freezer. And what this enables is that obviously when you blend the smoothie, you want it to be cold, but instead of adding ice, which is only going to make it a little bit more watery, you can just freeze the berries and that will keep the smoothie cold. And obviously the water that we're going to add to it, this has been in the freezer, in the fridge, so this is going to also make it cold as well. So we just add, like I say, a handful of raspberries, and then we get some strawberries. Now with the strawberries, obviously you got the green part, so what I do, I usually just chop off the green part and throw it straight in there. I'm just going to add about 4 of these. Simple procedure. The good thing about freezing the fruit is that obviously freezing it is going to take away all the germs and everything, so you don't really need to wash it. So just put them straight into the freezer after you've brought them, and that'll take away all the germs and whatever else is on there. So we'll probably just add one more strawberry to that. That's all good. So now, put these back in the freezer for next time. And another thing what I'm going to add is some kale. Now kale, that's just packed with iron, chlorophyll, good for the skin. So the kale I keep in the fridge. Actually, we're going to take a lime as well. We're going to use that. So kale now. Another thing out of the fridge, I'm probably going to use some ginger. But for the kale, what we're going to do, we're going to grab a handful of kale, and what I'll do, let me get a bowl. plate. So basically, just grab a handful of kale, and what we want to do is want to take off the hard parts, because you don't really want the hard parts in there, because it's just going to get clogged up at the bottom of the blender. So what we do, we just go through it, and all these hard parts, you just take them off. And we just want the leaf, like the curly leaves. That's where the good stuff is. Obviously, if you're cooking kale, like to eat, like as your main meal, like if you're cooking it, then you can keep the hard parts on because it will turn soft as you're steaming it or if you're boiling it, however you do it. But because we're just making a smoothie, all we need is this leafy part, you know, and that's enough. You know, kale's one of the big alkaline. I call it my alkaline lettuce. You know, I use it instead of lettuce. I use it on, like, if I'm making a sandwich, or you know, whatever I would usually use lettuce. You know, like the old iceberg lettuce. But I don't use that no more. So if I'm making a salad, like kale would be like the main thing that I would have in my salad. Instead of, yeah, so I'll replace it with what you would usually use lettuce for, you know. So after you've got all of the hard parts out, I think there's only one more, a couple more. You know what you do, you just wash this. So after you've washed it now, just put it straight in. So now what we're going to do, let's throw this away, try and keep it clean, you know, stay organized. Right, so what we do, cut a little piece of ginger, don't need too much. Just one little piece, and just throw that straight in. And I think, let me just see. Yeah, okay. The last thing we're going to put in is the lime, but we won't put the lime in yet. We're going to put some supplements in there. First thing that we're going to use, nettle root powder. Now nettle root, oh gosh, this stuff right here is good stuff. This is good for, like, for men. It's good for the prostate. It's got so much. It's got chlorophyll in there. It keeps, like, your system cleaned out. You know what I mean? Your bladder. So we're only gonna put like just half a teaspoon of this in there. So this is support, like I say, for men. Supports our prostate. You know, as we get older, the prostate can, you know, because especially if you've been eating healthy, or if you smoke, or if you've been drinking, you know, you need to keep your body cleaned out. So nettle root, good stuff. So what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna get a small teaspoon. Just put literally a little amount of that straight in. That's all you need. Then what we got here is maca powder. Maca powder is a good all-rounder as well. You can just put like, say about 2 teaspoons of maca, red maca. Like red maca is good for it's good for men as well. Yellow maca is good for the women for their menstrual cycle. And black maca is also good for men as well. Same thing, you know, for our reproductive system. So this keeps us on point. So we'll put a nice healthy amount of the black maca in here. That's that. And got some bladderwrack powder. Now bladderwrack is like the cousin of, you know, Irish moss. So like bladderwrack is another, it's like another fucus from out of the sea. So a whole load of minerals in there. For this, we're only going to put a little touch of this in, not too much. Just a little bit. That's good enough. Bam. And then other than that, what else we got? We got some dandelion extract. Now this is good for your gut, you know, detoxing the gut. So yeah, dandelion root powder, perfect. But we're only going to put a touch of this in. You know, anybody who's suffering digestive problems and all those kind of things, this is good stuff. So just a little touch of this is all we need. A little touch. Bam. That's good enough right there. And the last thing what we've got is we've got some right there. Close this properly. The last thing what we've got here, Shilajit. Now Shilajit, this is like the truth. This is the real deal. This is like minerals from the Altai mountains, and it comes in the form of a resin. So what you have to do, let me show you. When you open it up, it comes like a resin, like a black resin. But we're just gonna take like a little like basically like a little pea-sized amount. We don't need too much. So literally we just get the knife. I'm gonna show you. Just dig it right in there. And this is active. You know, so you literally take about pea-sized amount, just about that much. And what I usually do, I just get a cup like this and then put the knife in there, just like that. Then I just boiled the kettle. In fact, let me boil it again. Yeah, and then what you do, you just add some hot water to that, just a little bit, and it'll dissolve it. You know, after it's dissolved, you just pour it straight in. And that's like 111 minerals in there that is essential for the body. So that's one of my main go-to things for minerals. So just wait for the kettle to boil and add that to it. Right, so just mixing up this Shilajit. Shilajit is like one of my main go-to mineral components for, you know, just for getting that boost of minerals that you need. And like I say, that little pea-sized amount that we just put in there, you know, and it just literally dissolves into the water. So when it's all dissolved, then we can just add that straight to it. Bam. Good stuff. Right, so now, let's think of what else I could put in there. Cinnamon. Yeah. So we add cinnamon. This is just for taste, so you can just add as much as you want, you know. But yeah, good stuff. And I'll probably put a little bit of ginger powder in there as well. That's all good. Other than that, agave. Now agave, obviously we're gonna put all these fruits in there and everything, so it's gonna have a little bit of a bitter taste. So agave is like a natural sweetener. It comes straight from a plant, so it's 100% alkaline, 100% organic, you know. And you just add this to give it a little bit of sweet taste, you know. It'll make it easier to go down. So let's put a good healthy amount in there. That should be good enough. Other than that, just trying to think, I always leave something out. Lime. I nearly forgot. So we're going to add this lime to it. Just cut the lime in half. You're not going to add the whole lime, just half of it, and literally just squeeze it into there. That should be good. And then after that, the next thing that we put in there is the water. So what I usually do is just put the lid on. And then I put this on there. In fact, before I do that, let me get the... I don't want it to all go all over the place. So we put that in just like this. Put this in. It's cold water out of the fridge, so it's gonna keep the smoothie cold. We don't know warm smoothie, you know. So we just add this to it until we see it rising up. Bam, that should be ready. Then put it straight in to go. Get my thing moving. And there you have it. Power smoothie done. So then all we gotta do is pour it in and drink it. Pour it out. Just pour it straight in. Usually, one of the ingredients that I usually add to it is, tastes beautiful by the way. One of the other ingredients that I usually add to it is beetroot, like raw beetroot, not the ones that you get in a packet or in a tin. Like the ones with the stalk, like raw beetroot. And I'd usually just cut the stalk off, wash it, chop it into little pieces, and add it. And beetroot's good for cleaning out your digestive system as well. If you're having problems, constipation, or kind of like gut problems, it removes all the gunk from out of your gut. So beetroot's another main component that I usually add to it, but I haven't got none today, so I haven't added it. And another thing what beetroot does, it makes it actually turn red and look a lot more redder. But, you know, what I've used so far is what I would usually use. The only other thing what I would usually add is beetroot, but like I said, it tastes good anyway. So I'm gonna put the lid on. Shake it up. Bottoms up. Like I say, that's beautiful. Like I say, actually power smoothie, it doesn't take that long to do. You want up your minerals. I'm gonna leave links in the description for all of the minerals where you can get them from eBay or Amazon. I'll leave the links in the description. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell notification for future posts as well. And stay tuned. Peace.